Hello, everybody. I
Hello,
know this is twice in 1 week.
it's Friday.
Everybody's like, what a treat. I'm glad you guys are excited to see us. We're excited to see you, but I certainly don't want to make you wear out our welcome. You know what I mean? I'd love coming in here and helping out and having our conversations and our talks. It's a crazy time in humanity's history, right?
Hmm.
And here we are. We all found each other, and we're all together. And there's a community. We're a community. We feel like we have someone who's listening to us and wants to hear what we have to say and things like that. So that's really nice.
Yeah.
Hi, Vina M. Hi, CJ and Cats. Hi, Venus Pisces. Let me say hi to everybody. Hi, Carl. Carl, I got you started. And Janet, good to see you. And Leah. Leah, are you doing a garden this year?
Oh, I hope so.
I know. Well, she got that job now, so I'm not sure if she's
Yeah.
away from her garden or she, you know. God, I was making dirt all day yesterday, making more soil, making more. It's just covered in dirt, and it's gonna be like in the high 90s starting tomorrow for the next 5 or 6 days. And I was like, I better get this done now. Hi, Erin. Oh, good to see everybody.
Well,
How's
thank you,
everybody's week?
Erin, coming from my channel.
I know. So cool. How's everybody's week going? Woo, we have a big one tomorrow. It's the new moon in Taurus. And this is the earth. This is all the pleasures of being on earth. And when I say that, I just don't mean sex and food. Of course, they're included, but like in the every moment, like I love my cup. I love my tea in my cup. Like all those moments matter. The more we have those moments where things really are vibing with us and we're vibing with that, um, that's how we create more of that to vibe with. If that makes sense. How's Kaylee doing today? Kaylee?
Kaylee is working out a solution for an animal uh, problem. It's a little, not a little, a big puppy who my friend picked up, found on the side of the highway, and he was in a little bit of a sorry state, and he had ticks and fleas and cuts and a few cuts and scrapes and things. Not so much bad, but enough to show he'd had a little bit of a hard time.
Hmm.
And she was hoping he'd turn out to be just a great fit for her home, and he's not.
He's a
Uh,
puppy.
he's
Yeah.
a puppy, and he's torn up a few things, a few items that she
Oh.
has an unhappiness about. So she's got an idea about letting him go swiftly, and so swiftly that maybe we're not sure he's got the best outcome
Oh.
happening. And I'm worried enough to tell y'all that if y'all would pray and heal him in your mind, heal him of all the hurts that kept him from a good home. That would just be a real
Mm.
sweetheart thing for y'all to be able to accomplish for
Mm.
a no name pup who is really sweet, really nice animal.
And Kaylee says he's going to be a really good companion for somebody some days, and she's got feelers out all in her state of Kentucky about
Alabama.
rehoming. Alabama. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I
Right.
get those two confused all the time. I'm so sorry. That's a me problem. But so Alabama and rehoming animals in Alabama. So she has the feelers out and she's going to go and put in a couple other places. But yeah, if we can send little fella some love, he deserves a good life. And her friend that she helps, and I know but I mean, she's an elderly lady, but saw
Mm.
the dog on the corner, or it
Side
looked
of the
like,
highway, or
yeah.
like right by an interstate where you frequently see animals that have not made it across.
Oh my God. And Kaylee was driving, so the lady wants to pick up the dog, and then of course Kaylee loves dogs, and she's on it. But then the lady got sick of the dog within a couple of days.
Yeah.
Um, so here we are. and we're going to send that puppy some love because, I mean, that just, strays just, I mean, I think that's everybody's thing, you know, the strays, the animals in need, children in need, people in need. It's tough to, it's tough to look at, you know, it's tough to be a part of,
It is.
but that is our reality, right?
It's how we've been learning. It's how we learn to see the world, and I trust that the truth will win in the end, and it will win, and we will discover that this world was never meant to be a painful haven of meanness. It was never meant that way. It's
Right.
not like it has to be.
I've always thought that. I'm like, it's so easy. Everybody could be cared for, fed, housed, clothed. It doesn't have to be this struggle to just every day you get through the day, you know, and it was, it was the programming, it was the setup, and you know how I feel about that. I mean, I would go on and on about the parasites, but they're a real thing. The thing with the parasites, though, they know that they're on blast right now, and there's there's a rising into frequency, and they can't go into the same frequency where heart-centered, soul-centered beings can, because they're heartless and soulless. So, you know, it's something we all came in here to um, hold space for in this transition through Earth's transition. Actually, it's the whole solar system. And all of it is raising in frequency. But the man, I heard something really cool today. It was about plasma. Okay, and the plasma and the tuning forks, right? When you use tuning forks,
Yes,
how
I
it
mean,
helps to remove the pain, trauma, density out of your cells, out of your molecules, right? And this is what healing is. This is most women have, what are they called? My brain. I had fibromyalgia. What are those called? There's so many of them. You know what I mean? They're autoimmunes. That's it. So that's from years and lifetimes. I want to say lifetimes of pain and trauma. And for us to raise in frequency, we had to go through this healing journey that we've all been on, right? The body is the body doesn't lie. So when you're in pain, this is coming from somewhere, but everybody thinks, well, oh, it's my knee. No, it's something that emotionally kind of triggered that, well, not kind of, triggered that injury, right? So it was a fascinating talk. And if we if we remember like that, the healing journey is, yes, it's a big part of this, but there is joy. It is a beautiful planet. There is a lot here that's amazing, you know, that we can all immerse ourselves in. You know what I mean? Like it's just the small things, even. I don't know. What do you think, Kaylee?
it's funny. I was just remembering that when I was heading out to the wilderness, I was given a lot of guidance about getting a really radically different perspective to help
Mm,
unleash my creative inner child and the trust, the belief in a world that can be radically different than what I was used to. And
mhm,
one thing that I was given to think about or to change in my mind was the concept of this being a planet. And I had to ask myself a lot of times what that's about. If you are looking at it in a third dimensional perspective, or even a fourth dimension, wherever you're looking at it from today, you're likely seeing us on a round ball floating around, actually racing around a sun.
mhm, mhm,
And, you're seeing it
mhm.
in that kind of context. Actually ask yourself if, well, I got to illustrate this actually. Now I'm thinking about it. It's kind of exciting to think about again. I haven't thought about this in a long time. Okay, so here we
Yeah.
have a sphere, but in two dimensions. Okay,
Okay.
a
Mhm,
sphere in two dimensions is a circle on a piece of paper.
mhm,
When you actually pop it out into the third dimension, it's a round ball.
Mm-hmm.
What's it like a dimension up from that?
Exactly. Oh, I love it.
There we have almost like we can have it like this is a pocket of a curious creator indulging in a fun act of creation. And it's like a pocket of it, but every other realm, world, planet
Mm-hmm.
that we could think of that there is that has some curious, fun, interesting creation going on in dimension up from the third dimension, that can be basically just a step away. It's not,
Yeah.
we got to travel all the way through this third dimensional space to get there. You're literally from a dimension above, you're able to move between these realms in a different way. And the light was in me when I started that, and then I think I got a little too caught up in the sciencey aspect of it again. So I'll let y'all know. I thank the Holy Spirit. We've got a lot to change in how we've been reading our world that can help us if we let go of the anger about the feeling of being trapped in a hard place with
Mm-hmm.
certain rigid structures that we have to adhere to. We can let go of so many of those that we'll be very pleasantly shocked by how different it is to exist in this realm as soon as it becomes clearer to us what it can actually become. That's what I had to say.
And that's that, but that's the truth, though, right? Because it is. I mean, we're our own dimension. We're our own energy body. We are on. Uh, we're the ones with our perception and our thoughts, our beliefs, our words on. Either we're living a very hard, depressed life, and I'm saying this from somebody who did it. I was very depressed, very sad, very couldn't understand the world. I still don't understand the world, but I can make my little bubble of the world into how I want to do it. So, what do I do with my day? I prepare for shows, I prepare for the astrology. I'm always, picking a card, playing with the cats, doing something to guard it. Whatever it is, I'm doing something that I enjoy. And it doesn't mean I need $2 billion to do it. It is, it is just that moment. What is that moment? And am I going to sit here, because I used to do this too, and wait for the moment? Like, say, every Saturday I went out. And just until then, I was just a miserable person and waited for Saturday. I mean, I sucked away so much of my own life force by doing stuff like that. But that, and I could sit here and go into regret, right? And I had to go through all this with my team. And I was like, well, you would have never understood all this if you didn't go through those challenges. If and it's up to me, like that. My team never said, oh, if you think differently, you'll feel better. It was all me who had to make those choices in every moment and get out of the depression, get out of the sadness, get out of the addiction, get out of the stuff that was detrimental, right? And holding me back from enjoying life. Not because I didn't have enough money and we're trapped here with a bunch of parasites, which I do. I'm a neutral observer. I see them. I do. Am I angry? I'm not really angry. It's just that I understand the mission now, that this is all I don't even want to call it a mission, but we're here to raise in frequency. And if I sit here and I hate on them, or I am like, I can't do anything because they're in charge, then
Yeah, that brings
yeah,
you down. That brings you down.
yeah.
It's
So,
hard to work within that, but it is a big help. It is a big
yeah.
help to come up with kindness and mercy and trust in our hearts.
Out create the lower frequency. That's what I just hear. And
Mm.
that's something they've been saying. Always, when something challenging comes up, okay, now, like for instance, the dog, right?
Yes.
I just know that the dog is going to be taken care of. Someone is going to care for him, pick him up, give him a nice, loving home. He's already started out okay. He's got a tick and fleas treatment. I got a bath, right?
He's certainly got a little bit of care that he didn't have before. And
Right.
we notice we can find a way to accomplish giving him enough to get him to a new situation without getting too concerned. It just happened to be a little bit hard to understand how to navigate it because I didn't notice that I was going to have to be involved quite so much, and I have to be involved a little bit more than I think to get him there. So,
And that's hard. That's where life comes in and just kind of surprises us, right? Next thing you know, oops, here I am. I'm involved in something I wasn't even thinking about being involved in, didn't even know I would be involved in. But but that's it, that's you showing up as you and caring like you do and wanting the outcome that you are asking for is everything.
he'll get
Nobody's
a
giving
good
that
life.
dog him. You
Yeah.
say that
He'll,
again?
he'll get a good life. We've got a lot to take care of without having to worry so much about how much he's stressing me out. So I thank you so much. Let's care a little bit more about him after, maybe at the end,
Okay.
and we can just ask
Okay.
everybody to bless him because
Yeah.
he's a dear one. He'll hear us in his heart, and we can allow him to notice that we close out the event with a prayer for him or a
Okay.
wish for him. Um,
We
I
got we
wanted
got
to mention real quick, Polly has sent us a sweet donation and
oh,
says,
thank
thanks.
you.
Yeah, wait, let me read it. Oh, that's sweet.
Thank you,
Says,
Pauline.
for 6 p.m. Friday fun with Kayleigh and Val. So thank you, Polly. We really appreciate you.
That is awesome. Yeah, Polly came in, CEV12 came in. Let's see who else. Gina and Maria feels grateful. I don't want to miss anybody. Just me today and every day. Shining Love Light Truth is here. Hi. Gary for Grace is here. Good to see you, Gary. Aaron, okay, that's where I came in. Aaron's here. My first ever reading one. Let's see. Make sure I'm not missing anybody. CJ and Katz. I think I said that. Okay, let's go back down to the bottom. Maria feels grateful. I love the singing bowls. I want to do more of the tuning forks. I have one. I don't know what it would sound like. And I have bowls too, but I don't know if we can hear it right. You want to try to see?
Sure.
After maybe after a little bit we can. I don't know if the sound will come back in and come
Well,
in. Well, here I'll be
wouldn't
right
hurt to
back.
hear.
Okay, let me go get them. I got all kinds of instruments and stuff, and I just never even think about using them because of the sound. And I was just having audio video problems. So I'll be right back. 1 second.
Okay. And I see Garnet came in too. Hey there. I'll let y'all know as I'm looking ahead towards this new moon. One thing that I'm really thankful for is it's about some of the grounded material, physical seeming reality stuff. And we can notice this as a time to actually ask for the abundance that nourishes us. Now, I note that it's a little bit complex when we're thinking in terms of abundance, just means dollar signs. So, if you want, somehow let yourself see a little bit beyond the means to get the abundance you're truly seeking and ask for what you're truly desiring to have. So, likely enough, we're having some people who are feeling the pinch that I guess is getting global, the crisis of everything being more expensive. So, having your understanding, I need to ensure I have the resources that I really require to be extremely happy and pleasantly supported in this world, in this life. So, I'd like to know what it is best to ask for. It might be clearly comfortable surroundings, an environment that feels loving and nurturing, and the nourishment that guides you well to take care of how you feel. And all of these things are welcome to be sought during such a beautiful new moon as we have coming.
I mean, it's a good one. It is. It's a big one. The Taurus new moon is the one that you create. You put your intentions, you plant your seeds. And you want to think of Taurus kind of like a gardener because it's an earth sign, right?
Mhm.
It's the first earth sign. And we've done all the energetic work. The fire starts the season, right? But we had Pisces before that. And that's all energy. And it's all like my dreams. And I'm trying to ignite them in Aries. But now here we are, we're planting the seeds and really speak, dream big and put those intentions out. Do a little ceremony, even if you just grab a crystal and talk to it. That's enough. You don't have to do some big 3 hour thing. But if you think about like a good soil, and I'm always in the garden, so I'm always thinking about good soil and planting the seeds and watering enough water. You don't want to have too much water.
Mhm.
You don't want to have too much this.
Yeah.
So it's like this cool balance, but truly it's not about well, I guess it could be about accumulating materialistic things, but it's more about what will make you feel safe and secure in this moment, because the Venus rules Taurus, right? Venus is what we love and value, but that's safety and security first and foremost. I think with all signs it's safety and security, really, but this one is the initial, and you know what the thing I love about that, Kaylee, is Venus is out ahead of everybody. So she's leading this whole journey this year. She's the one out ahead. She's already, where's she at now? I don't even know.
26 degrees of Gemini.
So see, she's already in her mind's like, oh, we could do this or we could do that. How can we do that? Because it is about how to bring safety and security to all of the masses, right? To all of humanity, and how do we do that? But I think this one is not saying to not share or care about others, but definitely focus in on yourself. What is it that you would make you feel safe and secure? Put those things out there. Like Katie just said, it's gonna get a little uncomfortable, maybe. I don't even want to say it like that. It's not that saying it causes it, but
Oh,
what would we rather experience?
it's
Go ahead.
okay to remind us that we received an insight several months ago about getting a little bit set aside,
Yeah.
like canned food goods that we're going to rely on that we don't necessarily want to have to go continuously to the store to get more of. And I hope that we're doing that. I hope that we're taking care of to notice that it's not as scary as it could be. So
Yeah.
let's care to, where we are able to help each other, let's do the best we can.
And
Because others
that's what,
might not be as prepared as we are.
right. And that's what Spirit's saying. You have your community, you have the people that you deal with, but it is about caring for others. But again, I don't want to say but and again and all that, but really from the old programming of not even thinking about yourself, always giving and doing for others, and who knows what I want? I never even asked the question, right? So I feel that's really important this year because the programming is being re reimagined, right? We're not going along with the old rules and regulations and the ways we used to do things. It is more energetic, and it sounds difficult because how do I energetically create something? You state it in terms of now. Oh, I wanted to say about the resources. That thing I say, I want you guys. I say this all the time, especially when I worry about money or anything lacking. Right? I say thank you, Mother, Father, God, for providing me with all the resources I require to thrive in every moment of every day, and that's it. And as soon as I say that, like something inside of me just changes and I feel better. I'm not saying I'm a billionaire. I don't even have any money, but I have a beautiful life. I have all the things that I could, that you could ever want. We all want a roof over our head and clothes and food, and I'm very grateful for it. But I feel like this entire year is about deleting the old programming and installing an upgraded version of how humans can really live in peace and harmony. It does not have to be the struggle that we've been taught. That's that's what I'm seeing. But okay, so you ready for some sounds? Tell me if you can hear. This one's pretty cool. It's a little I don't even know what tuning number it is, but it came with this crystal, and it sounds really cool.
I hear it. It's not going to sound to us like it sounds to you. I can tell that
Mhm.
already.
Okay, let's try. See if we can. It's
It
such a
must
shame.
be really lovely there. It feels like it gets converted to a sort of electronic sound.
Ah. And I usually do this for my throat. Again, Taurus is the physical, and uh, the throat. For us to speak, or even our intentions or anything, we have to say it. It's a physical thing. Then I got this bowl. This one is a root chakra. I have a third eye and a root chakra. The third eye one, I can barely hold it. It's so big. So let's see. Does that sound okay?
Barely hear it. It's not coming through like you'd want it to. I think we're hearing something, but I know how those sound.
Let's see if I can get it.
Just give it a moment.
There we
You're right there.
go. I'm seeing everybody's root chakra being realigned. That's what they're showing me. Like we're all grounding. Um, I don't know. I don't know. I guess you can't hear what I'm doing, but I'll just do it one more time. Really feel into that. Oh, be messing around long enough.
I'm gonna
Well, we
make sure to grab that last question from Bora Bora right there.
sure. I mean, it was worth trying. Here we go. Does my mom Helen? Okay. Make sure I have everybody. Where Bora Bora go? Oh Lord.
Heard a little bit of it.
Okay. Let's see. And Maria feels grateful. You're the one who gave me the idea about the singing bowls. I use my mini singing bowl placed in my body, and ding it, and it feels amazing. Amazing. Exactly. I mean, I've had so many healings with vibration and hertz and things like that. It really helped. I'm telling you, I didn't even, what it's like to be on the healing journey. But I want everyone to know that there is another life after healing journey. Not saying that we're all healed and perfect, but I don't know. We're getting
I like
there.
that.
All right,
That's
let me
always
see.
to remember.
Denise McMillan's here. Hi. Aaron, let's see. Maria. I just saw Sandra. Sandra's here. Amanda Celeste. Hi. Make sure they're not missing anybody. And I think we have 11 questions so far.
All right. If we
Yeah, I
can,
love some frequency too. It helps. I mean,
Let's have a
It
feeling
really
about
helps.
jumping into the
Uh,
questions.
all right. Any messages from my guides I need to hear now, please? Carl, how are you? Let's see. I'm going to say to Carl. Mm.
I have an
Mm.
image of a guy, a being, a man. He's leaning up against a counter. He looks like he's in sort of a super casual mode. Like he's just kind of having a casual conversation about something. And he's meaning to give the impression you can be a little casual if you want. And then he's giving kind of an understanding. I'm sort of making fun a little. I don't want you to be so as casual. I want you to think instead about, if you can, about what's in store for you. And believe in your heart that this is not about taking it easy. This is about letting yourself feel a fire burning in you to get some more done, and to allow this to be about an important purpose that you have to shift your alignment, your understanding from I'm in a poverty state of being, a state of
Mm-hmm.
mind, to I'm in a sharing state of mind. And you want to give yourself a fear less and more of a calm feeling of belonging to a purpose that does get achieved. So make sure you don't let yourself feel too casual. Feel as though the purpose is worth believing in and getting really, I thank the Holy Spirit, concerned about addressing every detail, every thought that you can, purposefully, diligently, and with a concern for all the fine people involved. And I thank the Holy Spirit and He who is in there.
Very cool. I was getting the same thing. I was like, you're the you're one of the front runners are on how to change um, how we manifest. I don't even want to use the word manifest or lack or anything. You're the lack programming, the lack mentality is being removed out of you, and you're going to replace it with, hey, I can just speak my intentions. At least try it like an experiment with no fear. Face every money fear that you can, and work with your team because they're there. I don't know why they keep saying they're the front line of uh, this new way of humanity creating. It isn't. It's not the way that we've been programmed. It's not helpful to anybody. It's only helpful to a very few. And if we get locked in that mindset that we're not one of the few, and we'll never be one of the few, and that whole thing, you can just spiral down out of it. Um,
Val, could you grab that question from Denise before it scrolls away? I'm noticing them if they aren't in caps. They'll be a little hard to find later. And if y'all do, kindly remember we do see them better if they're in caps, okay?
okay, and I got this for today. Just me today. Bora, I think I got the same question. Oh, that's right. Polly's next. I'm sorry, Polly. I'm
Oh,
going.
Polly, yeah,
Um,
we need to do yours first.
yeah,
You're
but
correct.
I
So
think
sorry.
this is the big message though, because it is something that we all just naturally just like give up. We're never gonna have what we want. We got to go fight and struggle, and you know, climb that mountain, and it's just always all day the struggle just to even have a semblance of a peaceful life. uh They want you to experiment, is what I'm getting. You're one of the leaders. And if you see, this says follow the leader, but they're saying to me that you're one of the leaders and you're wide open. Okay, now look at this picture. She's up on a little mountain. She's all by herself, but she's creating a different way of being, a different way of thinking. I didn't even read the card, so that's what I'm being shown. But in each one, like this one has birds, fairies, ducks, all these little animals that the fairy is helping along the way, right? And they're going up to the tree. Something about the tree. Talk to the trees, because the trees have all the wisdom. Oh my goodness, this is pretty cool, Carl. Every life is teaching tool for others. Your authenticity and honesty are an example to those around you. And then wide open to the world and share in all the bounty of life's endless possibilities. And you see how it says all of life's of the bounty of all of life's endless possibilities. We all have that available to us. It's just that we have been so beat down by this programming of this hierarchy, this capitalism, patriarchy, and it it's like I see it being um, erased in our minds. Like this whole thing has got to be pulled out. And as we do that, we create the new way forward. Who says it has to be hard? But they're saying, let that die. Let that just go away because that is not the way forward. And the minute you do, you're going to experience a whole different experience. I hope that helps, Carl. So where is Polly? Polly.
Is she there?
Here we go. Polly. Do you see changes for my boss end of this year at our current workplace as possible promotion to CEO or COO or president? I'm her assistant, so guessing hoping I would go along with her as her assistant. Oh my goodness, I got absolutely because you're without you she really wouldn't get much done. Like you really have her days are smooth and flowing is what I want to say. I would love to have somebody like that one day. Oh my goodness. I, I I believe that you will go with her if she gets. Let's see, is she getting a? Oh, don't forget about Kayleigh's got the pendulums for sale. Polly's
I like
gone.
to look at it like if you give me a small donation, I'll give you a cool present.
Aw,
Just care enough to say
love
if you do put pendulum in there, so I know that's what it's about, and we'll have to get an address for you. Um, I
Polly's
thank the
gone.
Holy Spirit. I think this is going yes.
Yeah, I'm getting a yes too. She's gonna definitely get a. Do you
There's a
want?
bubbling
Let's see
interest
what I
in
get
my
on it.
gut. Yeah.
Is she
Um,
getting CEO?
there's something
CEO?
about trying to play it calm, trying to play it calm. This might be from your boss,
CEO?
but I think that there's some interest in stepping up that feels like it's legit.
I'm getting president for her too. How cool. She seems like a really nice. She's got a really nice energy. And she knows her stuff, whatever that is that you all do.
Is she a little left-brained? I'm kind of feeling
Mm,
his concentration, like in right in
mm,
this area. Um,
let's see. She is a great boss and treats me well. Been with her for 12 years, and
oh,
she's not
good.
going to let you go now. No, no. Oh, shining light tree, thank you. Get you in there next. Oh my goodness. The throat chakra has been going through it. Yeah, no, I feel she's getting president. She is really, knows her stuff, knows this whole company. Oh, I thought, okay, Karen, I got your question.
I can tell you, I see
Oh,
her
Carl.
throwing her arm around your shoulders too, Polly. Like kind of a bringing you along type of feeling. I see that too. You know, I thank the Holy Spirit. It feels like a good idea to keep giving her
Carl,
the
you are a
devotion
leader.
before you have.
What was that last thing you said? I'm sorry.
I was just saying that I feel like her boss notices her as a tremendous, as a seriously feeling good person in her experience, and it feels as if she
Yeah,
does want you to enjoy noticing that for a long time to come.
yeah, absolutely.
Have we got a question from Charlotte?
Carl, you really, yeah. I'm gonna get to Charlotte. I wanted to say one more thing to Polly. So I got magical map shifter, and what it says is spirit orchestrates everyone's destiny. So I'm taking that as yes, this is about orchestration of destinies that are. I mean, two are working together, like it goes together. Ah, that's pretty cool. And Carl, yes, you are a leader. Remember, you're coming in with different higher perception, new ideas. Okay, let's see where Polly went. And it's shining love light.
If it's a good idea to remember this, Carl, your particular subset of the blueprinters is one of the ones who involves himself in getting in the trenches and working from
Yeah,
the lower aspects of conscious, like raising the lower aspects of consciousness. So you sometimes will find yourself troubling yourself with people who are a little challenging to lift to bring to a lighter way, but you care about it enough to accomplish doing it.
yeah. The contrast helps you grow. Anytime you get into this with anyone else, or there's somebody who's insisting on doing things the old way, it gives you new ideas on how to go forward. It's
Leah,
contrast.
Leah just put in a question for us that is uh,
Leah,
right at the bottom there.
Leah, Leah. I'm so glad you're still a kid, Carl. I love that. Let me see where Leah. Okay, check lower chakras. Okay. Possible check lower chakras, maybe throat. I'm so grateful. I know everybody's throat is getting going through it because it has to evolve. It has to evolve like we're evolving in frequency. You know when somebody's not in their truth. Well, it doesn't mean that they're not in their truth, but if their throat, like if they have a hard time talking, there's a block there. Um, Let me see, Venus. I don't see your question. Hold on, honey. Let me look. And you said Leah also has a
Leah,
question?
yeah, she's got a question near the one of the more recent comments.
Oh, I got you. Okay. And let's see. I think I had Leah up here too. Let me check. Okay, I got Jen. I'm just going to go through the list. Okay. Yes, Venus, I got you next. Okay, so you're right after Shining Love Light Truth. Then we have Venus, Gary for Grace, Gina M, Maria feels grateful, Plant Calm, Aaron, Janet, CJ and Katz, Denise McMillan, Just Me Today and Every Day.
Yes, sir.
I got two for Janet and I got two for Karen Robinson and one for Leah. Okay. So that's giving us 15. We better get through them. Let's see. Okay, is it let me check your chakras real quick.
I'm getting a couple. I've got I'll carrot to tell you after a second. I'm still
No
analyzing.
worries. Yeah. I'm getting the same two I get for you. I think I've gotten for you before. But those are the two hard ones. Do you want me to talk or do you want me to wait for you, Kayla?
Well, it's all right to note we might be looking at a different perspective. I do know that these are
Yes, sure.
likely two that she's not really addressed a lot before.
Okay.
And there's a reason that they're coming up here in the Akashic. I'm looking at it from, and it's
Mm-hmm.
because it's impeding her connection with the her spirit source.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like there will be a different energy that is coming on the in the material realm. So we may have a little bit of an analysis issue here. I'm getting the fourth chakra in particular is having a little bit of an energy that's kind of disruptive. It's physically sort of underactive. This is the heart chakra. It's physically underactive and then mentally overactive. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
not getting that it's out of balance emotionally, but mentally over, physically under. And physically under could just mean do some jumping jacks. It could just mean, something to get the heart, raise the heart rate. That's about all it might be asking for about that. As far as having it overactive on the mental level, it's like we're working out how to process divine love. We're working out how to process what to use it for. And we're kind of worrying over it a bit. We're making our mind work on that a little bit much. And that's totally okay. And it's not a big deal. Um, and I don't know what else to tell you there. We could go on, but I'm going to listen to Val and see if the next one is going to connect in a similar way.
Mm. Yeah, because I'm getting sacral and throat, which it's most, I know I've gotten those for you before, but they take constant work. They take every day readjusting. And I just did that. I just adjusted them all. You're you Because of those two, right? I agree with Kayleigh on the heart, because it gives the heart like an anxiety, right? Because it's not being heard. It's not speaking as well as it could. And sacral is that safety and security. The root and the sacral both. But that sacral, boy, if there's ever been any, you know, childhood trauma sexually, or even adult trauma sexually, uh it's getting aligned though. It's you know when I first saw it, it was going backwards, like it wasn't spinning right, and now it's spinning right in the throat. But then I got the alta major, which is behind the throat, right? So it is part of the throat. It's the back of the throat, and this is where the parasites can come in real sneaky. If your neck always hurts back there, there's that's for anybody. But what you do is you put your hand on the back of your neck, take a couple deep breaths, call in your higher self. I always call in my higher self, and I always use a dragon for this one too, because the dragon blows the flame down your spine. So it's blowing flame from the back of your neck, and it goes down your spinal cord. You know how your nerves go out, and it kind of soothes all that, because they're always on, they're always agitated. You want this dragon in whatever color you see. I'm seeing a more purplish, bluish color dragon. Um, and they're showing me a purple flame. Okay, so the purple flame is going. And it's not like they're, melting you or anything. It's just like dragons, that's how they breathe. They breathe with fire. Um, and it's soft and it's soothing, right? It takes all those nerve endings and just soothes it. And really give your throat some tea tonight, some honey. Really uh, feel into it, do a lot of work tonight. It's an excellent night. We got that new moon tomorrow at 4:01 a.m. No, 4:01 p.m. Eastern. So just for your time zone. But definitely do this. This is a big new moon, Taurus new moon. Call it in. What is it that you really are trying to say? What is it that you really are um, would prefer to experience, and allow yourself that. Allow yourself to have that dream. I used to cut myself off from my dreams. I wouldn't even let myself dream. I don't know why I'm saying that. I think this might be something you're doing. Um, but yeah, do some ceremony tonight. Help yourself feel better about. We're in a very. We're always in these energies. The sun, the solar flares, the earthquakes, everything's going off, and as those things go off, it that travels through the atmosphere, and it hits us, and it clears out density just wherever it goes. I mean, there's no like destination. It is about clearing the pain, trauma off of Mother Earth, every soul in Mother Earth. So when we get these big hits, we get knocked on our butts, until you realize. And even though I know this goes on, I still get knocked on my butt. And I'll say, "Oh my goodness, did a solar flare go off? Did something happen? Is this mine?" I always have to ask, "Is it mine?" Even if it's just mine. It's work. This is what the ascension process is, and it's the healing process of it, and it's about that awareness. But don't forget to, when do you say I'm healed enough? Have some fun too. Like this earth wants to have earthly fun. Have your favorite tea, have your favorite dinner. Do those little things for yourself all day that bring you that joy. Ring bells. I don't know why I'm seeing bells being rung. Is there anything else? I'm sorry, it goes going on and on.
No.
No.
CEV12 has a question way at the beginning at about 10 minutes after the start of the show. And just want to make sure we got it.
Oh,
I didn't see it on the start list.
Watkins Cat House. Hi.
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 I like the name.
Yeah, the sacral needs a lot of work. Always. Lots of pain in the neck and sacral. See, shining light, that's important. That's important that you notice that. And wherever there's pain, that is like something needs to be adjusted. And it doesn't mean, oh my God, I'm over and I'm done. It's a frequency adjustment. Allow yourself to feel into what would make my throat feel better. Would it be honey? Would it be singing? Uh, below Aaron's question. Below Aaron's question. Oh Lord,
CEV12. It's
I'm
10
never
minutes
gonna find.
after. It's 6:10 for your timestamp, I think.
Yeah, you just keep going, girl. Okay, CEV. Hold on. 610. You're saying 610. Mm. Well, I'm so happy we have so many people and so many questions, but gotta bear with me because I am like, lot going on. Here we go. I'm getting closer. CEV 12. I got her at 610. Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, got you. All right. All right, shiny love, light, truth. I hope all of that helps. And who did I say was next? Venus. Venus Pisces. Here we go. What's trying to come in for me with this new moon in Taurus? And is there something I need to release in order for that to happen? Well, that's a good question, because with all new moons and full moons, I always do a little release ceremony, because it seems like that release list has been the same list, and it does lighten up it layer by layer by layer. So if you're aware of something, definitely do a little, release list for yourself, and then you call in the preferences you would like to experience with this Taurus new moon. This is a nice moon. I mean, but we got Mars and Chiron are conjunct in Aries too. So there's the physical going with shining love, light, truth. There's something needs healed in here. You see, so this pertains to everybody. Okay, it pertains to humanity on some level. Um, if you know that there's something there, definitely honor it and give it some time, and then call in what you would prefer. But let me see what you're calling. All right, go ahead. Sorry, Kate.
No worries. I was feeling it out. Venus, I'm going to start with about what you might need to release because that's the energy that I was noticing the first. Um, I got to admit, it's like a feeling that came into my chest that was bordering on like a hurt, scared idea. And I felt, I thank the Holy Spirit. It's not that you're in that state, it's that you want to remove it from even being possible. You want to remove the
Mm,
prospect of that energy turning to something that you remember, I wanted better. You want to remember, like, I wanted good and I got good. So,
mm,
having a sort of scared question, is it okay to have better feelings, better energy, better happiness than I have now? You want to remember that, yes, you are entitled to it. It's not entitled,
mm,
that's not the word. You are worthy of it. You are worthy of it. And then you give your heart to the Creator and ask for the blessing that gives you the brightest, shiningest feeling, truth that you live within. And you want to trust that this is coming like a shining feeling that does belong to who you really, really are. That you have a life here, being who you are, is sort of scary because you're a soul that has a lot more conscious awareness than the average, than the typical incarnated human. And you have your soul has almost like a recognition, I could be doing so many things. I could be doing so many things. Why am I a human? I got to worry about that. And then you're asking yourself to remind yourself, hey, I came here for a good purpose. And I remind myself how to feel with that purpose being lived. Do I have to have the purpose fully defined and mapped out? We
mm,
seldom do get that because our human journey is sort of a story. Kind of like, do you
mm.
skip to the end of the novel to find out what happened, or do you actually want to the experience? Notice that we're asking you to trust a lot. We're asking that you not let go of anything that you want to keep. So I would think about a list of all the things that you're not enjoying at all, and then get rid of
Mm.
every one of them.
Yep.
Yeah.
And replace, and what would you replace it with? What is that higher perspective, that higher thing that would have your heart smile? You
How do you
know?
want to star in this show, in this story of you?
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, that's perfect because that's truly, this is our show. But we have been programmed to be limited and don't shine, don't look like you know any of this, that, you know, all the programming. Um, yeah, it's it is not easy breaking through the programming and finding that they did a very good job on us.
What a nice
And
thing to say.
what?
I think that there's some beings that don't always feel acknowledged or appreciated that are saying, hey, thank you so much for saying that, Valerie. We really
Yeah.
appreciate that.
Yeah, see, okay. I keep getting the same kind of theme here going on with the cards, which we're just going to go, okay, obviously you're on a spiritual journey and call in all that stuff because you know how the divine, how being in spirit with spirit, working with spirit just makes you just, and I think this is why uh, there might be something holding you back from that. Like you really do want to put more energy into that. Um, the divine guidance. Follow it, 'cause it is right there guiding you. And remember, I brought up Bell earlier. I have no idea. Bell, I didn't even know Bell was in here. I got a card that says Bell, and it says wake up call, call, warn, wake up signal. I'm not saying it in a bad way, but I'm saying it's like it's time for you to go forward, your uh, living your preferred dream. Don't hold back because it doesn't fit in with humanity's version of whatever you should like or not like, or your family or whatever, which is what I'm kind of getting. Um, or it could even be a relationship, right? So I got destruction with this dragon, and it says healing your anger. If you're angry, and express it, in a positive way with yourself. Because I know I used to stuff a lot of things down. I didn't even realize how angry I was until I released it. Um, but that'll help you with that release tonight. Anything that's really like gets under your skin, that things that we don't even want to look at, we don't even think about it, talk about it, nothing. That's the one, because you got transcendence here, and that's achieving success, right? For you to go to transcend, you have to release the anger, the pain, those types of things, to make room for your new the new energy coming in for you, which is rainbow blessings. It says blessings are showering your life. Call that in tonight. Seriously, call it in. Do your little ceremony for yourself. Get yourself aligned with your dream that you've been it's been in your head floating around. But for some reason, and believe me, I know this feeling, I was too afraid to go and say any of this. Oh, do a channel or say I'm psychic or whatever. It, I was like, there is no way. There is no way I'm going to do that. And I wouldn't have. I don't even know. I don't even know how I got here, really. But you end up in the most unusual places. What's that? I heard this today. Was it life is like a box of chocolates? No, I don't mind chocolate. Yes, there's good, there's bad, there's all that. But chocolate's chocolate to me. I don't know. Anywho,
I
I
don't
hope.
know. There's one with the gooey cherry inside. No, I don't like
Oh,
that.
really? I like that one.
Uh,
You know what one I don't like? The coconut. I don't like coconut.
I'm also not a big fan of the coconut, but give me like a chocolate. I'm not going to talk about chocolate right now because I'm going to get hungry.
And then I did get this. It fell on the floor. It says generous. So you're very generous, and you got an open. You give with an open. It says offer without expectation. I believe that is how you're made. Unconditional.
Offer without a what? I'm sorry, you broke up a little.
Offer without expectation. But she's just a giving person, generous person. And
I
then
love
the
that you.
go ahead.
I don't mean to interrupt. It's just I think you're addressing her last comment, and I don't think you had time to see that
I
yet.
didn't. No, I'm still on the start. What is it?
Um,
Good to see you, Eric. Oh, geez, I'm way behind.
7:01 your time.
Sorry, guys. I am so far behind on this.
Her comment really caught my attention, and then I hear you saying this, and it feels like it's tied to what she's feeling there.
Let's see. Venus. This is the first time I can't be a voice for someone without one, because nobody will listen. I do have anger I want to release, but I'm deep in this still. And no, girl, I can feel it. And there's no, and it does. You feel like you're trapped. Now, why can't? Okay, hold on. Is that the one you wanted me to read?
Yeah, because you were talking, the part that I had to ask you to repeat because it broke up a little was giving without expectation.
Mhm.
And I hope that that's helpful to you, Venus, to connect it to that comment you had. It felt
First,
like it was connected to me.
this is the first time I can't be a voice for someone without one, because nobody will listen. Okay, that's so frustrating because nobody does listen, right? Like we all choose to come here together on Friday night, right? And for Fearless Friday as a community. And we will be open minded enough to listen to each other's points of view, and you guys are open minded enough to listen to Kayleigh and I, connect to your guides, and give the advice that they're giving us. Most people don't. You can't talk to people if they're not into this, or because you can see that XYZ will do them wonders. They don't see it. They don't want you to tell them about it either. That's the sad part.
I thank the Holy Spirit. Give it without expectation and without attachment to outcomes.
Yes. Oh my God.
I don't
Give
know
it
how to put it better than you're seen and heard. without it
Unconditional love.
always being by the people you think you want to influence. It does mean you do get to have a response from beyond them that does understand what you're truly asking for and what you're truly guided to seek for
Oh,
others.
okay. It's the state legislature and the courts that won't listen. At the moment, they're about to all to get a big wake up call, especially if it's something to do with the environment or our freedoms and rights and stuff like that. That is not. This isn't just going to continue going backwards. Is that what you're referring to? Um, and good for you for speaking up. Good for you for speaking up. Even if they don't listen or they don't listen to this certain
That's
case,
what I thought.
don't stop speaking up. My sister's death. Okay. Mm.
If you don't understand that how you're operating is
Her sister's
in
death.
the light, and
That's
there
right.
are things that are really afraid of the light,
Yes.
help yourself notice that what you continue to be is a shining light, a person who seeks truth and justice and
Mm-hmm.
righteousness, and do fear less about how they respond, because it's not them who is hearing you it's not them who is really hearing you. Perceive it as it's the Holy Spirit perceiving
That's
you,
right.
hearing you,
Mm.
and
Yes,
do
right.
fear less about there being an outcome that you don't like, because ultimately we have a lot more to come that's going to change our perceptions of what really happens when we're heard by the Holy Ghost.
Mm-hmm. And as especially all the people who have suffered. Kaylee and I, we read a lot about Dora Ranch. This one writer, and believe me, there's people that are not going to let that go. There's going to be justice on some level for everyone. And I know that sounds like a big ask, but in the spirit world, this is what they're showing me. There's never like I don't want to go too far into what we're seeing. I want to give in, but it's hard. Mm, yeah, don't. You stay. Your heart is the one that's speaking, and you're following your heart. Mhm.
If it helps, I'm reminding myself the first thing I was feeling is along the lines of get rid of it was a fearing kind of jumpy question. I thank the Holy Spirit. It was an uncomfortable feeling in the heart that had a little bit of a tremor to it. And
Mm,
I don't want to mention it like I understood it the way you're clarifying now, but what I felt was something like a question, a doubt, and it's like a fear that something isn't going to be the way you want it to be. And I want you to notice that what you can let go of is a doubt. And
mm.
notice that you may see different mechanisms than you're currently looking towards that make things happen in a way that satisfies the heart that's hurting.
I'm also seeing I've seen another. I don't think it's the same one. Another purple dragon, and this dragon is like bathing you in violet flame. Like when we're angry, immediately put the violet flame on you. See a dragon, talk to a dragon, let them help you get through this because this is anger that, and like if we had a few hours to talk on here about things we could get through, maybe some of it, but I don't. That they're saying to me that's not the 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 message. It's about you experiencing it and going through it. And I don't, like that will take a while for me to go and dig deep, you know, and I think Kaylee too. Um, I don't know. Maybe we could do a meet with her by herself if you want and have a talk.
I'm happy to.
Okay. So keep that in mind, Venus. If you would like that, we please reach out to us. You're welcome, honey. I've been watching Violet Flame videos. Good. Said anger, especially. I don't even remember having anger like this in so long. I don't like this feeling. Yeah, it's unjust. It's an injustice. I can feel it. I don't. I know what that. I mean, I can't feel what you're feeling about your sister, but I can feel the injustice, and that's part of what's breaking down in the old programming, the old world. But it's still not fully gone. Reach out, and if you'd like to, we could get together. Venus. All right, let's see who we have next. We have Gary for Grace, Gina M, Maria feels grateful, and Plant Calm. We'll start with Gary for Grace. Please, any message from Mother Mary, and last prayed and called on 24 elders. Any message during 24-hour fast, 72-hour fast for healing. Thank you. Whew. It seems like a lot. Let me see. Gary.
I ask the Holy Spirit to ensure I conduct this rightly. I have Mary here, and she is saying a little bit about a soothing feeling, a soothing energy coming your way, Gary. And she's also asking that I mention that to Carl for some reason.
Hmm.
Um, I do have to hand what I get, and I just got that. And she says, Gary, you don't have to be afraid. We're caring a lot about what you're caring about. We applaud you for caring enough to do a fast. It is important to do such things. Something about spiritual, whoa, she said something kind of interesting. Spiritual doctrine, I don't know if I should say it that way. Be damned. It's not the doctrine, it's the trust that you place within it. And we
Ooh.
accept your faith with gratitude, and a humble heart to thank you is in us now. We thank you so much for trusting the alignment of God, Jesus, and the Holy Spirit to give you grace, to give you a comfort and a security and a serenity and a peace and a balance that you sought. We are here to help. We do not turn away. We do not darken our eyes to you. We thank you so much for giving us your allegiance. There's a word
Wow.
like allegiance. Your trust, your trust.
Hmm. It is deep. It's profoundly deep. That's beautiful.
Mary says you're purposefully a good guy, a good human being. We wanted to mention that.
Aw. Powerful message, Kaylee. Yeah, and I'm getting for the 24 elders. That's like they're your guides right now. They're there for you to have dialogue with on things that may, whatever comes in that you feel that you would like to have guidance with them about. I do feel like you're on a deeply, deeply spiritual journey. Like you're going into, and it's so cool when you're going through that. It's like it's amazing. Where all those aha moments come in. It's just so cool. Mind you, drink a lot of water. Drink enough water so you don't dehydrate. That's Valerie. But wow, you're on a journey there, my friend, and you have a lot of support around you, and they're there for you. So call on them, talk with them. They're right there with you. Is there anything else that you wanted to say, Kaylee?
I have a little more in my heart than I have in words.
Hmm.
It's a really caring feeling, a really caring energy in the heart, in your direction, Gary.
It is profound. It really is. Like it's amazing. It's an amazing feeling. And it's that like you're just like laying in bliss, and it's just allow that to go, allow that feeling to just permeate you in all your cells. Thanks, Gary. All right, Gina M. Message from my angels and guides, Holy Spirit, message for my highest good, especially in friends and career. Thanks and please. You got it.
I can give you that at first. I was getting an idea of looking at friends and career, kind of two hands of things. And I noticed that the friends side went down, like we're raising the career side. The career side's brighter, like there's more light on it right now. And the friend side is present, but it's a little it's not as, I thank the Holy Spirit, it's not the critical focus right now. We're looking where career is, and I'm seeing I'm seeing a star, like a little star, like a little person almost, coming in, and it's swiftly finding its way to the place in career where it feels like it gets to radiate light, where it gets to shine. And it's feeling like that's on purpose, that it came to be a star, and it's hoping that it can be seen. It knows it will get to be seen, and it feels like it wants you to notice that understanding in you. I want to notice feeling like I am a star in my career. And I do like it that I think of it instead as a star in my vocation. Um, and I align to the word vocation means a little bit better understanding is how I have chosen to utilize my gifts and some of my gifts, some of my skills. That would be the way to put it. My skills to get something accomplished that does good for others. So feeling that you get to shine, get to be a star, and career is the primary energy I'm noticing. Valerie might be getting more towards the friends or the career.
Uh, I was reading all the chat.
Oh,
But that's okay. That will come right in. Gary had said something. I have done 43 water fasts
wow.
for Lord.
Goodness.
So you are on a deep spiritual journey. I mean, this is a deep journey. This is you're so, and I don't say this to like pump up your ego because that's not what we're here for, any of us. You're so enlightened, but you hold this space of purity on a world that is in chaos right now. And thank you for that, Gary. Wow. All right, Gina M. Let's see. Gina D. Okay, so the friends was going down, is what I've heard. Career how Gina M. Friends, career. I feel like you're like in this space of like being fine tuned is what I just heard. Fine tuned in. Are you doing something different for career wise, or are you thinking of doing something different for career wise? And they want you to know, like everybody is getting this, and whatever it is, it was about your personal freedom and take flight if it has include your freedom. And know that all of our friends, our family, everybody is going through these energies, and many of them have no idea what's going on. And to have grace about that because they're kind of evolving too and not sure what that all means. This is good health, better times, family, positive outlook, success, and hope. I mean, that's like getting the sun card in the tarot. And then take flight is what do you aspire to? Peace, message, freedom. You got a lot about freedom here. Success, good luck. This is uh, the main focus, I would say, of your spirit is that freedom is everything. Um, allow allow your choices, whatever they are, about career or any of this, to to know to use freedom as the guiding light. Is it going to give you a sense of freedom? Is it something you love and value? Does it make your heart smile? Let's see here. Let me see what you want freedom and abundance and being able to serve and love. Absolutely. I had a pretty big challenge with my friend, and I think there's lessons in there for me. Yeah. I'm just exploring different things for fun or maybe for income at the moment. Yeah, see, and that's how we're learning because we don't have a map for this new era and these new energies and this new way forward. And we're the ones creating it as we go. And our friends are like, everybody's growing and not everybody is on the same path. That doesn't mean that there's anything wrong with that person or anything wrong with you. It's just that past may be changing right now, or taking a step back and going and feel into what it is you would like to experience. Um, and that lesson, yeah, we're all getting those kind of lessons to do a nice ceremony for yourself tonight for this new moon in Taurus. And when you say, I want freedom and abundance, and I say it like that too, but I'm always corrected. I prefer freedom and abundance. That it's a big thing with my guides anyway. But that takes away the block of wanting. Wanting just kind of leaves it, is the way they show me. Let's see what else we got. Uh, Now, see, this is interesting. You got the dragon card. It says trust, and it says love and friendship. So,
Beautiful.
yeah, I mean, look at this one. I don't think I've ever picked this one. And this one says healing, restoring hope. But the colors, you know what I mean? Like those colors, really nice for you right now, Gina.
I
And
heard a little bit about
then, baby.
exploring some new ideas. Um, I don't know why that star kind of comes to mind again, but maybe you need to think about some place that you would be able to shine your light and
Mm,
start a little bit, like let yourself be seen shining the way that you do without it being like tethered to all the worldly expectations, like a different type of shining. I don't know
mm.
what I mean by that exactly, but
It's like once we all connect, we glow. We literally glow from the inside out. And I don't know about you guys, but I used to always try to dim myself. I don't want anybody to see me, and
yeah.
that really held me back. Well, I had to learn why I was doing that, But I love this little baby dragon on your shoulder. So cute. So just know that you have a little baby dragon on your shoulder. Oh man! And this one has a baby too. Well, no, this is a little. I want to say she's a little fairy, and she's out there playing with the dragon, and they're just having a ball. They're having fun together. So just do things, do like light, enjoyment. And this is the big part of what's going on. The earthly pleasures of life, right? Just have fun. I know I'm one of those people. I always got something I'm gonna do, right? I'm always whatever, and I don't. To me, that's fun though. Researching astrology, gardening, I love that. To me, it's fun, but I don't know. Other people maybe not so much. All right. I hope that helps, Gina M. Keep us updated. Let's see here. Maria. Maria feels grateful. Goodness, Maria, that song just popped in my head again. A letter to Maria. Yeah, a message to Maria. A message. Did you get any messages since the last time I heard that song? Will New York housing remain stable this year? New York housing? Are you in the city? I hear the city rent went down. Rutman Dovey, my God, he's doing some amazing. He got the whole city out of debt just by taxing the wealthy. the fair tax amount. Nothing even crazy. Uh, New York City is some places the rent is going down. Like they do rent councils or something, and I always saw that rent going down, things becoming more affordable. But that's after this little bit of inflamed uh, shit show we got going on out there. Let's see. Are you getting anything?
Well,
Oh,
I'm seeing kind of like, I guess, I thank the Holy Spirit. The energy that I'm receiving is that a house that comes on the market, or a room or whatever it is available in New York that comes on the market, is found. It's like the market seems to be alive. It doesn't seem to be dynamic in a way where people are in crisis,
mm-mm.
except where they already are or have usually become accustomed to it. I don't, it is hard to read too far ahead. I can imagine that we're looking a little bit further than you like when we get to a place where it is not all that easy, or all that comfortable. That concerns me not right now. I don't think we're looking at that close enough to be of concern. So it feels all right today. And in the year, I think in this year, you're going to notice that we like what we see a little bit less than we are going to. And it's not a big deal. It's all right. It's not hugely awesome, but it's all right.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting. It's more of a comfortable thing for you. You're receiving. I got the card receiving, right? So, New York housing. And my pendulum said yes, it will remain stable. Um, new job, gifts, recognition, opportunity, promotion, success, reaching your
I
goals.
was looking at New York, and you're saying my housing. Okay. Okay.
I was wondering why you were asking for New York. I'm like, oh, maybe she's moving. I
All
don't know.
right. I thank the Holy Spirit. We thank you so much for making sure we understood. Uh,
One
anyway, yeah. All right. It
One
is
little letter. Yeah, one little letter. Oh Lord. Okay. Well, Maria's
in
house.
having this understanding now. I'm seeing you for some reason. You're standing at like a countertop of some kind, and I don't even know how to describe what it looks like, but you're standing at a countertop and you're kind of looking through papers like you're opening mail and looking through mail. You're looking, and then you're doing an A-OK sign. So I think you're all right.
Yeah, I'm getting. You're gonna be all right. In fact, it was swing. It was really a big yes. Like, and to the okay. Do a ceremony for tonight. Call in all of these things that you would prefer to experience that will make you feel safe and secure. This for everybody. Do this. I'm gonna do it tonight. Do cinnamon in your door, blow a candle, burn a candle, whatever. Call in how you want to experience this physical life. What is it? And be honest with yourself and ask for it. Just ask for it and just well, they're saying don't even ask for it. State it like it's already happening. Thank you for my new house. Whatever. They're just going off the top of my head. All right. Hope that helps. Yeah, shit show is putting it lightly. See you in New York next year, Kayleigh, when I make it. Oh,
If,
Carol,
if
that's a
you feel like it in New York, good on you. I don't know that I would get along well enough to get to New York myself. Um,
I was born in New York, and my mom moved to Pittsburgh, and had to go to New York like at least once a year.
oh, well, you know
And
the sites. You can tell them where to go, what to see,
well, I used to
how to
go.
visit.
I used to fly from Pittsburgh to New York just to go party. Okay, that's where I was, and stuff like that. You couldn't get me. Well, you can't get me out of the house now, but you couldn't get me on a plane, and you certainly couldn't get me into New York City right now. No, even though I like their mayor, I just don't. I don't know. I'm surprised. I'm so happy for New York though, because it's leading the way of the new era. You see, there's these signs popping up everywhere, and the more that we create that for ourselves, the more it creates out, 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 out. It's uh, it's pretty cool. All right, Plant Calm, are you here?
I happen to know some good restaurants. I've heard really good things about Carl. I'll mention them if you
Mm.
want to know about them.
I want chocolate, and now I want a restaurant. Okay, and Donnie is a one-man army. He really is a good guy. Aw, he's gonna treat you with all the food, good food with Kaylee. Aw, CJ and Kat's in Canada. Ah, synthesized soul, how are you? Thank you. I will look at my email. I've been in the yard, so I need to pay attention more to things. Yep, he is showing us that the public. If you're going to say I'm going to represent the public and I'm going to help the public and work with them, that that that's what you ran on. I can't believe in America how they get away with not doing anything but working for corporations. But that's changing. Okay. All right. So this plant. I'm sorry, Plant Calm. Are you here? I know Aaron is. Oh, Plant Calm is here. Hi.
Hmm.
Oh, Synthesized Soul is also fasting for 2 days. This is really interesting. Now that's two people. Um, the body, right? The earth, the Taurus rules the body, rules the earth, rules the physical, right? The body is asking for adjustments. I was getting that earlier. My body was certainly asking me to go on a fast too, or a little detox or something. Okay. When will I get news? I'm waiting for, please. This is from Plant Calm. Let's see.
If you care to hear what I'm receiving in the Holy Spirit, we're getting 7 days.
Okay.
And I hope that that's a good idea for you.
Plant Calm today. I'm getting 7, 8 days too. Did you say 7 or 8?
I said 7.
I'm asking my pendulum. Are you saying 7? Or are you saying 8? Okay, they're reminding me. This is the day that you want to do this ceremony. You want to call it in, even if you're just sitting with yourself, laying in the bed, calling your dream life. This is the day because this is not only do we have this new moon in Taurus. Yesterday we had the Sun conjunct Mercury. So Mercury is getting an update on the new journey. That's how they always explain it to me. On the 22nd, Uranus is going to go with the Sun. That'd be the first time, because it's going to be in Gemini, in 84 years. There's some sort of messages coming through, whether it's in the physical plane or the ethereal plane, the spiritual plane. You're going to be getting downloads and messages. Pay attention, because they're coming. And once the sun goes into Gemini season, which will be 19th or 20th, I'm not sure which day. I mean, we're going to have, Kaylee and I are going to talk about this next week because it's a big deal. A lot of stuff sitting there. So I'm getting yes. Kaylee got a yes within 7 days. Let us know what
I'm,
happens. Been calm.
I'm looking real quick at when the sun is getting into Gemini, if you don't care. Take just a
No, I
second.
think it's the 20th, but it could be the 19th. I'm not sure.
It's going to be the 20th.
Okay.
Yep, the 20th in the evening hours, at
Oh,
least for this part of the world.
it's going to be powerful, like whole Gemini season. I'm not
Right
even going to put a
there.
limit on it because we have Uranus there. You can't put limits on Uranus. You can't even try to guess what Uranus is going to do.
Well,
I
and the
mean,
same day, Moon is changing signs the same day, and it's going to form a sextile from Leo to the Sun.
mm,
Why are we
nice.
barking? Why are we barking?
He said that's a nice sextile.
I guess so. Oh gosh, you know what? He's lit. I'm not going to tell you, but he may have honed in on one part of those words because he's
Oh,
got a fascination with a female right now. It's working.
oh.
So we'll have to wrap up a little early tonight, y'all.
Okay, we better get through it. Here we go.
All right.
You tell me when. We're at 7:36. Aaron's here. My first ever reading was from Melanie Joy. So, all right. I guess she passed away. She gave me a message from the Brotherhood of the Wavelength of Energy. Who are they? Can I have a message from them or Melanie Joy, please? Let's see. The Brotherhood
There is a lot of
of Energy.
energy connected to that name.
Yeah, it's a big, huge frequency. I mean, my pendulum is like, whew.
Uh,
Aaron, you're in a frequency. What are you saying about? Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm still
I
up.
asked the Holy Spirit to notice what I'm looking at there with how I feel with Melanie Joy. The
Right?
question about Melanie Joy. All right. I realized she felt as though she is in a very energetic state. She feels as though she's rapidly evolving. And I do notice it's a lot like when somebody has come to a realization following their change in it, their departure from that incarnation, and they're feeling out a sort of vibrancy that comes with noticing more about who we truly are. And I care a lot to note that there's so much energy there. I'm asking, do we have a wavelength that we can interpret?
Mm-hmm. That's hard. Yeah.
It's like she wants to reach out and grab you and like shift your energy up a little bit more upwards. And
Yeah.
then she's saying, I'll lift you up just a fraction of a bit and we'll seat you where you're actually noticing something towards this energy that I'm describing with Brotherhood of the Wavelength of Energy. It's sort of hard to imagine anything more than she wants to see, put you in that placement, and let you understand the vibration of the warmth and the charisma that they can convey to someone of your heart's true nature. And we feel as though it's not a fear thing, it's a frequency of traveling through this realm a little lightly, less interested in the mundane, hard, heavy stuff. I'm concerned now. Like, I know the words aren't quite right, but they're worth hearing. There's something where you wanted to notice it's not about a scary idea here. It's like we rise up enough that we're kind of coasting where we're comfortable being. And it
Yes.
makes sense that you get comfortable with the idea of residing in a trust that you deserve to share a wavelength of frequency that means more to you than what you've been experiencing, dear. And we wanted you to notice that you can get there.
Wow. Thank you for putting words to it because it was like, oh, I kept seeing the frequency and I was seeing the Brotherhood as the Wavelength of Energy.
She
And
invented the F it deck. She sounds
you
fun.
what? See it.
She sounds fun. Her energy is sparkly intense, and
Uh,
it's like those cartoons of the Tasmanian Devil kind of
yeah.
whirling in. And I gotta admit, although I care to be on here, I've got to take a minute to work with this little dog
It's
who's
okay. Go
silent.
ahead.
I'll come back.
Go ahead. We will do our best. Hi T Lynn. Hi Salim. Please, Leah, may I please ask if my family was there to welcome my niece Megan into heaven? Yes. Let me get that down there. Hold on. Um, Yeah, see, I miss the trees and the rain too, and I can't be without trees. In 7 days, or I would say within 7 days, plant calm. There is no time on the other side. There's no time. Getting a time is a whole, uh, always a range. Let's put it that way. All right, so I was getting. They have me looking at all these decks. Hold on. Okay. I was getting more of the frequency of the brotherhood, right? And why aren't you okay? Well, I guess I love how Kayleigh gave the message because that's exactly what I was getting. You are right there. It, it is a trust thing to raise in frequency and to see if, okay, experiment with it. Experiment with what would it feel like if I was always in a blissful state or a happy state or whatever feeling you're trying to connect with. Yeah, she is something else. She is very, very spunky. Okay, so I have Anunnaki light codes, energetic shift, new information, the end of a cycle for you, Aaron. This is important. This is important because oh, look at that. And then I got the violet flame. Anybody needing some help tonight on anger or sadness or anything, use that violet flame. Um, Aaron, why am I saying that? And I got transcendence with the dragons. See, you're going through something right now, honey. You are, I see you like holding yourself back. Like you just like kind of like, no, I'm not going. I don't know. I'm seeing you entering a higher frequency. I'm seeing you not wanting to enter this higher frequency because it's scary, right? This transcendence says achieving success. You are going to raise in frequency, and that nothing's going to happen. Nothing's going to go wrong. In fact, everything's going to go right. And when I was first reading about Melanie Joy, I got this, which is eternity. And it says immortality, infinity. Okay, so she is frequency. I don't know if you can see that's a TV, like with just the frequency in the background. And unexpected. You're on a journey. It says an adventure, a state of mind. It is a matter of deciding that you can thrive in a higher frequency. And that frequency is available to you. It's right there. It's just that we have to decide to go into it. It seems very easy, and it is, but it is not easy because it's terrifying to go into a whole new realm without knowing what's happening. What else did you want me to say? Oh, and wondrous universe. And you'll be in a wondrous universe, walking in beauty, going to that higher frequency. Is what they're saying. It is interesting.
I have to admit, I have to acknowledge the Holy Spirit is guiding me now. We have a little bit we need to take care of with some animals here.
Okay.
Um, I feel bad leaving, but I do notice that this is something I'm not getting a lot to say about. I have to go.
You don't have what you don't
I
have
have
a
to
lot to
take
say.
care of something with the animals and
Oh, okay.
no
Oh, I thought you said
negotiation.
you couldn't say. Like
No,
I
it's I'm not getting any way to negotiate about this.
I
I'm
got you. I
hearing
got
I
you.
gotta go.
All
I'm
right.
so
No,
sorry, you guys.
I will go on without you. All
Happy
right.
Fearless Friday. We love you all and thank you all so much.
Yeah. We're
And
gonna
I'll
go
be
through.
back soon. All
Okay.
right.
All right. Then we got Janet Bora Bora. Does my mom Helen, age 90, have any messages for me? She is in assisted living facility and doesn't remember me. Oh, Janet, I'm so sorry. Is she not here? Okay, this is the better. Now, see, I gotta watch what I say. She's not, but she's already over there experiencing things. But her body is here. And she does see you from there. But her body is shutting down. I hate to say it like that. And that it is. Hold on, it just dropped some. Oh my goodness, I can't even bend. I'm having a hell of a time bending. Yeah, see. Soul family. She's with her soul family. She's remembering home. She's being like, it takes a while for us to readjust no matter where we end up. We're being reborn. So, say you were being born today on Earth, it would take time to readjust. When you're going into transitioning, it takes time to readjust. And she's just given herself the time to readjust on a soul level. And she loves you very much. And she appreciates all of the things that you took care of her in the last, well, you've always made her smile. She said you were a very dedicated person, dedicated to her. Oh man, I hope that helps, Janet. I can always, read a deeper on you if you want to connect to me, so we can do that in private. All right, CJ and Cats. Will I move from my current home? Is it in my best interest? Let's ask. I'm gonna ask the pendulum. Will CJ and Cat move from her current home? Is it in her best interest? Okay, they want me to go on about this. Whatever is going on for any of us right now, any changes, anything's going on, it's because Spirit is aligning us onto our authentic path. And it may seem scary. It may seem like the world's falling apart and the floor's falling down. And I'm sorry, I can't really talk well when I'm getting on both sides here. But this is for it's aligning us to our authentic selves and where it is that will be more safety and security. Like, that's the big thing here. Where's the safety and security? Well, our teams are realigning us because they know what's going on. They know that this is what's going on in the shit show is just the show. What's really going on is us elevating in frequency. And we can never get lost. We can never get misplaced or displaced. Just know whatever's going on is always in your highest best good. And I mean, and I say that in a spiritual community where most of us are aware of these things. We're authentically ourselves, and we're heart centered and soul centered. I don't know. I can't speak for those who are not, but I know the heartless, soulless are like things are backfiring on them. So that's a whole different game, right? That's has nothing to do with us anymore. We're just watching its demise, and it's bizarre. I hope that helps, CJ and Cats. I'm gonna check the chat real quick. Well, guys, I'm so sorry I can't keep up. AOS Tucker, Aaron. It's so cool to meet people like that. And see, those were the front runners. Right? Those were the real front runners. Those are the ones we'd all, like, I learned from and stuff. Like, I just thought people had the courage and bravery to be who they were, despite all of the programming and the constructs. Was just such a huge I don't even know. I couldn't understand how they did it. But here we are. We're all coming out now. Uh, oh, really? Her channel's still up? That's cool. Leah's going to bed? Leah, I thought you... Don't you have questions? I'm sorry, hon. I'm trying to get to it. I thought she was saying bye to you, Kayleigh. All right, getting back to the questions. So we did see Jay and Casper. Denise, are you here? Denise McMillan. We got Just Me Today and Every Day. Karen Robinson, Leah, CEV12, Sanim, Leah twice. Is Denise here? Aw, thank you, Janet. Hi, Denise. Could I hear some guidance on my husband's last days? I'm really exhausted and extremely overwhelmed. Okay, I need a little bit. Is her husband transitioning? Is he transitioning? Denise's husband, is he transitioning? No. There's a big change going on. He is transitioning. Um, is he in the hospital? Is he in hospice? Is it assisted? I don't feel like he's in there either. Like I'm not getting that he is. Aw, Janet, your mama's a strong lady. He's at home and he's transitioning. Does he have what's it called? Hospice coming in? And it's exhausting and extremely overwhelming. You're taking care of him by yourself, and I think there's help out there if you need help. Yeah, you're very strong and independent, right? And there isn't help or he's refusing their help. Okay, let me. You really want a time period. Okay, when is Denise's? Hi, Just Me Today and Every Day. I think you're next. We don't have it. You don't need insurance for hospice, huh? My mama's a hospice social worker. She always told me that. You don't need insurance. Everybody's entitled to transition and dignity. What state are you in, Denise? Things might be a little different now. Yeah, no, 9/10 of a century. Wow. Crazy. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Yeah, see, I'm getting the next couple months, Denise. Jesus. I was feeling that, but I'm asking, like, I'm just going to go month to month with my pendulum. Denise's husband. Oh, he transitioned in May. June, July. I'm getting more around July. I'm getting a big yes on July. Cut off in April. It cut off in April. I'm so sorry, honey. I can't believe they're doing this to people. Is there any local places around? Any local help? Just you? Just me? I'm sorry, that's Bora Bora. This would be a good night to talk to the teams, talk to his spirit team, and you can always do this. And this goes for anybody. You guys have got more power than you realize in any situation by being heart centered and soul centered and an authentic, truthful being. Put your hand on your heart and you say I call in my spirit team. Can we call in? Say it's my son. I don't want to say this whatever to my son, so I'll talk to a spirit team about it, or whoever. You can do this with anybody and have an honest to goodness conversation about what's going on, what's stressing you out or exhausting you or overwhelming you, or anything that you want to work on in a relationship. Could be anything. Now, Denise, you could do this with tonight is the thank you, Tina. Nurse Julie is a good source to understand the process for caregivers. His work let him go because of falling. He has scoliosis, diabetes, right foot drop, high blood pressure. His BP was 87 over 62. I mean, is he diagnosed with that? Transitioning? I don't know anything about blood pressure, so forgive me. I must say that's too low. I don't know. Maybe get a hold of me, like text, email me, and we could do a reading on it. But first and foremost, you got to pull your energy together, and this is not an easy thing to say because this is not an easy thing you're going through. Ground and protect yourself every day, in him, in your house, in your household, in your family, in your kids. But I just do everybody in one time. Ground, connect, and ask for, show me the next best step. Now, if I'm having issues, like I said, I call in their higher self, my higher self. What can I do to make this easier for him and me? No, he's just shutting down. So he hasn't been told that he is transitioning. He's just shutting down because he fell. Is his work not exactly teeth in? His work, somebody should be paying. He fell at work. I feel like there's a lot to go into, and it'd be best to email me. We will get through. But look at what T Lynn's saying. His medical provider should be able to refer you to resources for help. Also, county senior services. Thank you, T Lynn. I can ask my mom too. Like, what? He's depressed and he has to crawl to get to the next room. Drop in there. And I thought I was dying, but I didn't. That's what I'm saying. And everybody's different, right? And he sounds like he's got a lot of issues, and I don't know. I would talk to his doctor and see if that's really what's going on. He may be just depressed and going through something very, very traumatic for him. Yeah, Department of Aging. You need help, Denise. You can't do this alone. Thank you, everybody, for giving Denise some ideas on who to call. Man, I'm sorry. That's a tough one. All right, just me today and every day. And then I got Karen, CEV12, Selema, I don't know why I have a hard time with your name. And Leah. Okay, let's see. Here's the idea. You are able to heal him in every way, love. Oh, this is so beautiful, Gary. Gary is calling in guidance from God and the angels, and he can't hold down food or water. He might be shutting down. The first thing I got was that he was transitioning, but I was like, I haven't heard that. Are you sure? So that's why I asked you. Is Denise's husband transitioning to the other side? I'm getting that he is. Man. Karen, I really wanted Kayleigh to do your question, and I'm going to give it to her, see what she gets. Because I already know what I got earlier. All right, Selima. And I know. Just me's here too. Okay, so you two are up here. Okay, just me. I would love a message from my guides. Thank you. Just me. I'm seeing nature. Go out in nature. Have some fun. Has it been a while since you've been outside? I think. I don't know why I just said that. I'm sorry. I don't mean to say things just off the top of my head, but that's how they come in. There's a lot of change going on with you. But if I don't know if I'm feeling anxiety or stress. I want you to recenter, call in peace onto your chest. Hold your heart. And listen, allow yourself to hear what your team is saying. They're right there. There's something going on where it is. Hi, Maureen. Please, Lord, heal your inner child in need. You think he's giving up more than shutting down? This is hard, Denise. Thank you, T-Land. That's true. Depression is not unheard of in seniors. We've been first responders to 3 family suicide. Oh, geez, Denise. You came in with a very large plate on a soul level. All right, just me today and every day. That's what I'm getting. Does that resonate with you about going in and calming yourself? I love that, Gary. This is so true. Heal me, Lord, and I will be healed. Save me, and I will be saved. For you are the one I praise. That's beautiful. Denise, I just want to sit here with you, but I don't know what to go into. Karen, I'm going to give Kayleigh that question and text it to her. Do you have her number? All right, Leah, I got 2 questions. May I have a message from my family in heaven? My niece Megan just passed. She was in her 40s. Okay, let me ask. Is Megan Denia's niece? She's she's getting used to the change, but it's not like not at all in a bad way. It just takes a minute for us to readjust. Um, I think she's more worried about other people. Her family she left behind, peers that she left behind. She's always going to be with them, so she said. And we don't ever really leave our soul family. So just know that your family's always around you, and you can always talk to them. And this goes for you too, Leah, with your niece Megan. Oh, see, she's returned to purity, innocence, holiness, and she's how do you want me to say? Harmonizing. Okay, this is called fusion, but she's harmonizing back into her oneness, her energy body, her light body. I'm sorry, light body is different from the physical energy body. She's adjusting. She is concerned about those that are in her family that were left behind that are mourning her. Um, and it's hard, you can't say don't mourn somebody or you miss them. Of course you do, but mourning is something that was part of the old programming. We used to honor people when they passed and knew that they were never going to leave us. This kind of put the fear of, which many of us have, fear of death and dying in our field. And there's, and for me to sit here and say that there's nothing to fear is, I really have had a near-death experience. My experience is always going to be different than everybody else's, but the transition process used to be an honorable thing that we would all come together, and we knew that person was always in soul spirit around us. I hope that helps a little bit. It's not easy to talk about death. CEV 12 and Salim is here. Yes, thank you, Maureen. Yes, they are always with us, always. And when they pop in your head or you're thinking about them, that's because they're thinking about you. Oh Lord, my whole camera. I don't even know why I got green here, but here we are. Aw, Denise, honey, you've been. Denise, will you please email me or call me? I don't know if you have my number. Let me know if you do, if you need it. All right, so we got Salim. Okay, we have CEV12 after Salima. Here we go. May I have a reading for the coming week, please? Oh, it's a big week, good week. You can create, and they want you to know this, you can always create the week you prefer. Tomorrow's that new moon in Taurus. Do a little ceremony, state the preferences of what you would prefer to experience for the week coming in. And always say this, right? Have my list. This or something more or something better. Or, of course, we're always when I'm talking like this, it's because we're heart centered, soul centered, authentic, and truthful. So they know your frequency. They know that's where you're vibing at. So when you say this or something better, they know what that means. So take take your time, do a little ceremony tonight. I don't know why my hair is green. All of a sudden, I feel like I look like the Joker, but here we are. All right. Um, I was shuffling the wrong deck. And doing it's a Earth sign Taurus tonight. Do do the things that bring you safety, security, comfort. Eat your favorite foods. Have a little, I don't know, a salt bath with a candle. Do things for yourself that um, show this frequency that you're honoring your frequency. Let's see what we got here. Believing in yourself. There you go. That's what the dragons are talking about. Believe in yourself. You want this one? No. So tonight, when you're doing your ceremony for the new moon tomorrow, call in. Okay, first do the release ceremony. If there's any doubt, right, confusion, anything that's making you feel out of sorts, and do that. Do the release ceremony, and then come back in and do your intention ceremony. However you want to do it, make it as opulent and beautiful, and just that yummy feeling. That's for everybody. Everybody do that tonight. It's really going to help. Denise, there's got to be someone that you can call if he can't eat or drink. I'm really worried about you and him. Maybe call the ambulance and they will give him IV fluids. Use the information that T-Lin has given. I have mine. Mine hasn't changed. My phone. But I do have yours? Okay. Yeah. How do you ever prepare for that? That's the thing. Yeah, it does, Aaron. It does hurt when people pass. Ask T-Lin saying ask friends, neighbors, family to help you locate services. Been there, so I know how exhausting it is. Do not neglect self-care. It will be harder. Now, thank you for saying it like that, Tina, because that is what I was trying to say. If you don't care for yourself first, how in the world are you going to help anyone else? Salim, I hope that helped you. Do a nice ceremony tonight. And Denise, I don't know if you can call the ambulance. See what they say here. Okay. Completion and renewal. Oh, jeez. It would be helpful if you had some help, Denise. I'm really sorry, honey, that you're going through all this. Okay, I have CEV12 if you're here. If not, um, I just want y'all to remind you one more time about tomorrow's new moon in Taurus. It's a physical earth sign. This is about our safety and security. It's about using our voice. It's about asking for help. It's about asking to be nurtured. It's about, and through, from the universe, ask for what you prefer and act like it is already. That doesn't matter, Denise, if you have an income or not right now. It's an emergency room. I don't think that they've shut them down. They don't accept people. Okay, this is T. Lynn saying that's why Nurse Julie is good at explaining these things. Wish I'd discovered her channel before I went through the same situation caring for my mother. Wow, T. Lynn, what a beautiful soul. You and Janet, all of you are. Somebody suffering, not eating and drinking, and to me is I don't know. To me, it calls for an emergency. Calls for the ambulance. ER. I don't know if I'm right. Yeah. See, I got the security card for us today. This is about us getting the comfort, sense of self, going home, stability, comfort, wise decisions, family. This is what Taurus is all about. It's ruled by Venus and what we love and value. What do we love and value? And focus on that. Denise, please. Call for some help right now. I feel like you need help and he needs help. Both of you do. That doesn't matter if you haven't paid the last ambulance bill. They're not gonna let someone just suffer. This is this shitty thing about our entire system. It's profit over people. Man. And see, it just breaks my heart that you're going through all this and that's your concern and worry is that the bill wasn't paid. I'm asking for spirit to help. Thank you. Okay, Denise. Your team and my team, your team, they're all coming together. I just pay attention to what comes in, so you can make decisions. You're upset and you're distraught, and it's not an easy place to be to make decisions. Yeah, see the overwhelming stress of dealing with the situation in front of you and not knowing where to reach out to is very overwhelming, and we all need the help we can get. So you get the ambulance to take you to the hospital, and then from there, they bring in the services that are for people of your income. It doesn't matter if the bill hasn't been paid. I don't believe it does. I'm going to ask. I don't know. I don't know anything. Let me ask. Will they deny Denise? Will the ambulance people deny Denise going on the ambulance if the bill wasn't paid? So I'm getting a no. They won't deny you, but I know things are changing so fast, like rules and stuff. It doesn't hurt to call and ask. To say, I need an ambulance. They're going to say, what address? And they just come to the address. They don't say, did you pay your last bill? At least I haven't heard that. Don't know everything. Oh, jeez. Denise. Let me know if you need to talk right now. We can talk. I can get off here and we can talk. I feel that you have a lot on your plate right now. Yes, you need to recharge. You're depleting. Like Denise, like T. Lynn said. Yeah, the hospital will know all the resources. Thank you, Venus. And T. Lynn, she. You don't want to deplete yourself. You're depleting yourself. And I'm not trying to get on you. I'm just trying to say, let's get him to the hospital. Get yourself some space. Let him get the resources he needs. Let you get the space you need. Your medical provider should have a social worker on staff that can help you find services. Do what you need to stay calm so you don't end up with the stress-related health issue. That is clearly stated, Denise. Thank you, T. Lynn. Denise, are you able to utilize T. Lynn's advice? Guys, it's send Denise and her husband some love tonight. And send love and care for yourselves and your family tonight. Everybody, we gonna get through this together. I know you can't. I can't even talk to understand me. I'm so sick, upset. Okay. And it's hard because everything happens so fast. Right. So I'm just saying take a couple of deep breaths if you can and call the ambulance. How long has it been since he's been without food and water? Do you want me to call? Give me your address and I'll call the ambulance and have them go to your house. Email me your number and your address, and that's what I'll do. I've screenshot things so I can read it when I can. Yeah, but you need help right now, Denise. I don't even want to log off here because you really sound like you need help right now. Just today, he hasn't had food or water. Well, if this goes on any longer, like I said, I'll call the ambulance for you. Just give me the address. Email me. Thank you, T. Lynn. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out and helping Denise. Please take T. Lynn's advice, Denise, and take care of yourself first. All right, guys. Here it is. The overwhelming stress of dealing with the situation in front of you and not knowing where to reach out is very overwhelming, and we need all the help we can get. and look at Nurse Julie's channel. This will help you understand what phase of transition your husband is in or isn't in. There's different phases. Well, it's hard not to worry, huh? Yeah, even the police are resources. Well, you're not a downer. I mean, this is real life, and it's happening right now. So we want to help you. I don't want you to be alone, suffering and struggling. Even police may have resource referrals for when they do welfare checks. If he gets dehydrated, it can make his problems worse, and that's what I'm worried about. Dehydration happens very quick if you're already sick. Okay. And see, even Maureen is saying if you call 911, they can't refuse service by law. But she put depending on where you live. What state are you in, Denise? I mean, it's just 911. They got to come to your house and check it out. Don't sit there like that. It's just, yeah, that's all they can do, right? Is say no, and I doubt they will too. The first responders, above all else, are obligated to help. That's from Aaron. You can't sit there like that. You're already having a very difficult time, Denise. I wouldn't, with T. Lynn, I wouldn't let his lack of hydration go any longer. Email me if you want me to help. I'll get your address or your phone number or whatever that you would like to do. I'm sorry you're going through all this, honey. All right, guys. Thank you for all of your help and all your kindness to each other. Oh, yeah, some places do. They have here in Washington, she says there's a 211 number for information and resource contact. Maureen says, I'm concerned for them both. They can give IV fluids if they're first response. Are you first responder, Denise? Is that did I misunderstand? Huh. Denise? I don't know what to say. Please email me, reach out in any way. No, I meant the ambulance. Well, it doesn't matter about the ambulance service. You call 911 and somebody's going to show up. Oh, Maureen's saying that. Sorry, Maureen. All right, guys. Thank you for all your support, Janet. Thank you all. All right, guys. I'm gonna go, and hopefully Denise will reach out to someone and go over what T. Lynn was saying here. Sending you love. Yeah, it is a pretty heavy life. It's okay. Not all life is easy, and we got to go through all the emotions as best we can. And it's good to be in a supportive situation, I hope. I love y'all. T. Lynn saying, do not beat yourself up over this. Know you're doing the best you can with what you have to work with. Denise. But yeah, that's what I was thinking too, Aaron. You could zoom into the ground whether you owe money or not. That's how they have us trained and convinced that we don't deserve help because we owe money. That's crazy. It's just crazy. That's not how community works. A healthy community. And you see, this is why the shit show's going on, because it is unhealthy and it's got to go. Thank you, Janet. My mom would appreciate that. All right, guys. We love you. Keep me updated if you can, Denise. Thank you, T. Lynn, for all your wise advice. Thank you, everybody, for all your help. All right. We'll talk to you soon. Definitely Friday. I will see you, tomorrow with Diana for the new moon in Taurus. And then Sunday night, I'm with Allie, and we're just going to talk about the energies going on. And they're both at 8 o'clock Eastern. All right, guys. We love you. Seriously, Denise, email me, call me, whatever, and I will help. All right, guys. Bye.